It is the power of God working in us. Always remember that. And whatever your trial, whatever you are going through, has not taken God by surprise. It is the very means in which to perfect you, to work in you the fullness of God himself. Keep that always as the focus in your trials. Whatever it looks like, whatever you're going through, whatever you feel, and so on, this is allowed to bring me into the fullness of God, to become part of the sons of God for this last day. We are talking today about interpreting God's shaking. You may have shaking going on now in your life, but that is for a reason, which we will look at later on. You see, it is God implanting into our hearts the principles of the Sermon on the Mount. Jesus is teaching. It's taking us into a deeper consecration, and he's using the trials and the tests and the cross in our lives for an end-time ministry to be manifested to all creation. As what? As God mature sons. It's the restoration of all things which is at hand. And this is why God is now shaking. And we're going to see why he's doing this. Because God is restoring all things which is at hand. Restoration is coming out of God shaking. Remember this. And we know that God's restoring. Let's just remind ourselves of these scriptures that we probably have underlined, but they are there for a purpose and a reason, because the Spirit is speaking to us through these. So in Acts chapter 3, verse 21, let's take it from verse 20 of Acts chapter 3. And he says, and that he may send Jesus Christ, who was preached to you before, whom heaven must receive until the times of restoration of all things which God has spoken by the mouth of his holy prophets since the world began.